Hi there and welcome to episode 14 of my Castle Story Let's Play Time-Lapse series. We're getting very close to the top now, so this episode we'll just be finishing off this this castle building here, getting up to the top here, building a little platform, and then maybe preparing for some sort of fight. So what have we got to do? We've got to actually put together these barrels along here, fill them up with crystals. We can stop loading this one with crystals, and we'll have to load these ones with crystals instead, and then they will be used in the catapults for some sort of explosives. And then I imagine, I don't know how long this will take, but if it's relatively quick, then we might get some fighting in this episode. Otherwise that'll be episode 15 will be the onslaught of the corruptrons, and we will have some sort of fight, hopefully, as long as I can actually get them to invade me somehow. But anyway, stop waffling on. I'll crack on with the time-lapse series now. Hope you enjoy it. So that was a bit of a Fraps glitch there. Happened to minimize the program and lose recording for about 5 seconds, but I think that it's about time that we called this episode to a close anyway. I'm just finishing the roof on this little kind of stone hut that's at the top of the castle up here. I've put all of the bricktrons in place, ready for an assault, and yeah, I think the next episode we'll try and get some fighting action if I can. See if I can spawn some corruptrons or something like that. But yeah, I mean the only thing is that we might not be able to make full use of these catapults because only a few of these barrels have actually been filled up. So we've got a few crystals in there, nothing in there, 50 crystals in there, nothing in there, nothing in there, nothing in there. There's another one over here with 20 in, I think. There's it, there it is. So there's about 3 or 4 barrels that actually have crystals in, so we'll might be able to load all 4 of these catapults, but we'll have to see. If worst comes to worst, we can always nick one of those barrels from underneath there, but I want to use those for some sort of explosive. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Anyway, I'm probably going to experiment a little bit when it comes to the actual fighting, so I may just make some sort of clip show of different fights if I can. But fingers crossed, yeah, it'll be good, hopefully. I'm making no promises, because at the end of the day this is the pre-early access version of the game. Looks like we only need 3 more pieces of stone here to actually finish this roof off. Well, that's pretty damn exciting. There they are. There's 4 pieces of stone that people are holding on to. And yeah, they're not even trying to fill these barrels up at the moment. I mean, they are uncovering crystals. They're not doing anything with them, I think. Yeah. So for some reason they are dumping the crystals. They're going through the crystal and dumping the crystals there, and we've just got a new bricktron again. So I think we're at the pinnacle of the amount of crystals that we can store for some reason. Let's go and put this new bricktron over here. You can guard the entrance, you can be one of the front line men. And we just need 1 more stone. Where's that last stone? It's on its way. There it is. There's the last piece of stone. So you move out the way. Oh well, okay. One of those pieces is the last piece of stone. And as soon as he gets to the top there, that will be our fortress absolutely complete. Let's zoom out and take a good look at it. So we've got this back area over here, which is one of the first fortress areas. Well, let me start from the beginning, shall we? This is the first fortress area that we built with this tower here. And then we built this staircase up to the other island, built another fortress area here, did all this wooden platform stuff here. So we got that. Oh, I forgot I put a couple of guys up there. Hello. And then walled that off, and then we started paving this area and got a bit distracted, built a staircase over here, and then built this kind of ornate sort of thing here just to test out creating different floors to see how that worked. And all that essentially trained me up to build this thing. This main fortress area. This wall is one of it's probably what I'm most proud of, actually managing to bring that out and have multiple layers, so we can have people stood at the windows here, and it looks quite menacing actually, doesn't it? If you look up at that, with all these people looking out of the windows at you, all these catapults up here and all the way up to the top there. It looks pretty damn cool, if I do say so myself. And I've finished the sky cells as well, so we've got 4 sky cells there, just randomly, just for a little bit of extra enjoyment. But yeah, I'll leave this episode here. This brings my actual building phase to a head, should I say. Completes the whole building phase of my Castle Story series. I hope you enjoyed it. And I will say thank you very much for watching. Until next time. Bye bye now.